Tonight, we're going to spend some quiet time with one of the most recognizable sights in the solar system: Saturn and its rings. From far away, the rings look smooth and solid. A thin, shining band wrapped neatly around a pale planet. But when scientists look closer, the picture becomes softer and stranger. The rings are not a sheet. They are countless pieces of ice and rock, moving together in a patient orbit. This is Curious Nights. And tonight's episode is called Sleepy Facts About Saturn's Rings. We'll move slowly. We'll explore how the rings formed, what they're made of, and the quiet patterns that keep them in motion. One of the gentlest surprises about Saturn's rings is this: they are incredibly thin. From a distance they look wide and solid, but their thickness is often measured in tens of meters. That's remarkably slender compared with their enormous width. And the rings are not a continuous plate. They're more like a moving swarm. Billions of icy particles, each following its own orbit around Saturn. Some pieces are as small as grains of sand. Others of the size of houses. Most are made mostly of water ice, which reflects sunlight beautifully. So the rings glow not because they produce light, but because they scatter sunlight back into space. A quiet field of drifting mirrors around a distant planet. If you could fly closer to Saturn's rings, you'd notice something else. They are divided into many separate bands. Scientists label the main ones with letters. The A ring, the B ring, the C ring. Between some of these bands are gaps. One of the most famous is the Cassini division. From afar it appears like a clean break in the rings. But even the gaps are not truly empty. They still contain particles, just fewer of them. The rings are better imagined as a pattern of crowded lanes and quieter lanes. Another gentle fact about Saturn's rings is that they are not left alone. Small moons orbit nearby. These moons act like quiet guides. Their gravity nudges ring particles into certain paths. A few of them are called shepherd moons because they help maintain narrow ring edges. Their gravity keeps particles from drifting too far away. As they orbit, they create waves and ripples through the ring material. Not ocean waves, but patterns in the density of particles. It's a quiet choreography. Moons and ice fragments shaping each other through gravity. A system that looks calm from afar, yet constantly rearranges itself. Scientists still discuss exactly how Saturn's rings formed. But several ideas appear again and again. One possibility is that a small moon wandered too close to Saturn. When objects approach within a certain distance, tidal forces can pull them apart. Instead of remaining a single body, the Moon might break into countless fragments. Those fragments would spread into orbit, gradually forming rings. Another idea is that the rings formed from leftover material during Saturn's early history. Small icy pieces that never quite assembled into a moon. Either way, the rings tell a quiet story about gravity, how it builds worlds, and sometimes, how it gently pulls them apart. Another quiet truth about Saturn's rings is that they are temporary. Not temporary for us, but temporary in cosmic terms. Over time, ring particles collide with each other. Some slowly spiral towards Saturn. Others may escape the ring system entirely. Scientists sometimes describe this process as ring rain. Charged particles drifting inward along Saturn's magnetic field. So the rings are not frozen in time. They are evolving, slowly thinning and rearranging themselves over millions of years. So when we picture Saturn's rings, it helps to soften the image. Not a rigid halo, but a vast orbiting field of ice. Billions of pieces drifting together. Some tiny, some enormous. All quietly circling a distant planet. Moons pass nearby and sculpt the edges. Gravity shapes waves and gaps. And sunlight glints from icy surfaces. For the last few moments, imagine Saturn hanging in the dark. A pale world with wide, luminous rings. Slowly turning. Patiently orbiting the Sun. You don't have to remember the details. Just the picture. A quiet system of ice and gravity. Drifting gently around a distant planet. Good night.